I want to talk to you today about the movement we're trying to build. Today, a lot of people out here about the war in Iraq. Well, for 7 years, we've been facing the war in Afghanistan. They're talking about sending troops to Iran. They want to put troops in Darfur. And for what? Over oil. They want to send our troops to fight in these wars for years to come. Every politician out there who's running for president is talking about sending troops to other places in the world and talking about how to make bigger and better wars. It's not just about Bush. It's not just about Iraq. It's a bigger system. It's about imperialism. And we need to have not just an anti-war movement, but an anti-imperialist movement. The Pentagon is trying to pass a bill that will target undocumented youth and will give them two options: a path to citizenship and a path to the recruiter's office to get there. These people are trying to figure out how to make bigger and better wars. And we need to be figuring out how to stop them. There's resistance going on. The highest percentage of AWOLs and the lowest percentage of recruitment is coming from black men and women who are refusing to join and who are refusing to fight. And we got to see the struggles against racism as part of the struggle against imperialism.
We all know the immorality of this war, and we all know that we want it to end. $720 million a day spent on this war. I believe we need to take this fight into our communities. We need to be going into our high schools, talking to parents, to let them know that their children should not be recruited. We need to stop the recruiting stations that are opening in our communities. I have had one open in East Harlem in the past year and a half. We must make it impossible for this government to take our children to war, and they will rethink about going to war. We need to take this to the local and to the grassroots. That is the way that we are going to end this war once and for all.
The problem we have is that after we end this war, before we end this war, they're going to start another war because they're already budgeting it. They're already setting up the message to justify it. And in fact, it almost seems like around the corner, deja vu, that they're going to be voting on it in Congress sooner than later. And it seems sort of as if I'm speculating. But if you reflect on how we got here several years ago, it's deja vu all over again. And so now we are trying to end this war as we are preparing to go into Iran. And God only knows where else. And in the meantime, in communities like the one that I represent, which is Harlem, and many other low-income and working family communities, the budget that we're supposed to be using to build affordable housing for New Yorkers, not only in this city but throughout the state, the budget that we're supposed to be using to provide educational and health opportunities for our families is being used to take care of a war, a very unjust and in fact a losing war, I'm sorry to say, a war in which our sons and our daughters and our friends and our neighbors are dying without true justification. And some will say we're unpatriotic, but we're the patriots. We are the ones who believe, and we're the ones who are trying to stop what we believe is the tyranny that's taking place. So we are not only trying to end this war now, but we're trying to end all wars in this country. Thank you so much.
We all know what's wrong with this war and what's wrong with the fundamental policies that led to this war. And we can all see the horrific dangers posed by Bush's recent threat to expand this war to Iran. So I don't want to go into that. What I want to say here today is that you need to be congratulated and encouraged because the only way to end this war is organize, organize, organize. And there are two reasons for this, two big reasons. One is that the war is enormously profitable to the rich, to the capitalists, to the oil barons. All Bush had to do was to mention sanctions and to use the term a third world war, and oil prices and gas prices shot up, and the oil barons made billions of dollars overnight just with the mention of a third world war. It is enormously profitable, and they are not going to turn off the profits. The second reason why we have to organize, organize, organize is that we cannot rely on the presidential elections and on the Democrats to end this war. The Democrats, unfortunately, are doing the waffling and wavering that they mostly do. At the end of the day, working people have to organize in order to end this war. It's up to us, direct action, political action, demonstrations such as this, teachings, and any kind of direct action we can come up with. That is what will end this war. So, if you want to end the war, bring the troops home, organize, organize, organize. Thank you.